Okay, if it's Wednesday at 3 p.m. Eastern, it must be time for goRIA, the live stream. I'm Chuck Vela, and with me today, I have Derieck Hodges. And we're going to talk for just a few minutes about what we're going to talk about on Thursday, just tomorrow, on the Investment News RIA not podcast, but webcast. We do so many casts here. It's hard to keep them straight. Live cast, podcast, webcast. Tomorrow, Thursday, at I believe 11 a.m. Eastern time, we'll be doing a webcast with Derieck and a bunch of other folks. And we're going to talk about TAMPs, right? Turnkey asset management programs. And Derieck, first of all, welcome to the live stream here today.
Thanks, Chuck. Glad to be here.
You bet. Thanks a lot for joining us. And give us the audience a little teaser. What are we going to be talking about tomorrow during the full-blown webcast with Investment News?
Yeah, Chuck, I hope it's just a great gift of time for people to kind of settle in and maybe, pull away some of the confusion surrounding all these different, delivery mechanisms to deliver the great values and services that we do in the financial planning business. I think about it a lot. I teach some education courses to end consumers, the people that we're all trying to work with. And one of the things that's kind of exciting and yet daunting, I think, for consumers is this is a great time to be looking for financial services. There's so many different pathways consumers can choose to work with people. The tough part is they have all those choices and they got to understand those and kind of figure out what's right and what's not a good fit for them. Well, we're all financial people, and I think it's just as daunting for us. Do I work with a direct wirehouse type organization? Do I go this RIA space? And from there, it's the hybrid and, versus, pure and all these different methods. And then once you even select that, do I start thinking about TAMPs? And so I just think I'm excited for our visit, because if we can just help advisors get great clarity on what may be right for them or what may not be right for them, that's going to be powerful, because then they can kind of get moving on to doing what we really all want to do, and that's to serve our clients with a high degree of excellence.
That's exactly right. And we will definitely be doing a deep dive. I'll be moderating the panel, of course, tomorrow. And I think this is such a popular topic. I don't think I know it's a popular topic, right? People talk about TAMPs all the time. And as advisors, we're always looking to do two things. And to your point, and to echo on really what you said or build upon, and we want to deliver value to clients, but we also want to do so in a very time-effective way. And the question becomes, as a financial planner, is my time best used to pick stocks, or is it to put together plans and help guide our clients through that? And, I know we're kind of preaching to the choir here. I certainly am of the mindset at our shop. We have an in-house TAMP that we use, and you can outsource TAMPs, and we'll talk about those different options as well tomorrow. But the one thing I don't think I want to do is spend a whole lot of my time doing the investment research. I'd rather outsource that and really focus on the relationship with the client and the big picture stuff, which is where I really think a lot of people get themselves jammed up, is missing some of those big planning opportunities as opposed to getting into this stock or that stock, right? I'm kind of an efficient market theory person. So, when I'm looking at TAMPs, I'm looking at tax efficiencies and rebalancing efficiencies and so on and so forth. We kind of sprinkle in some active management, but I'm looking for efficiencies. And I know we'll talk about that tomorrow as well. So that's good. And so, Derieck, how long have you been using a TAMP for yourself at your shop?
Since 2017.
Okay. Was there kind of a tipping point that had you go in that direction? Were you not using TAMPs before? Maybe we'll just close on that for today.
Yeah. I was with another small RIA for more than a dozen years, and we managed all of our investments in-house. And when I created Anchor Pointe in 2015, I continued to do the same. And oddly enough, it was our custodian, Fidelity, who actually suggested that maybe outsourcing, that was actually the concept they really introduced. It was just the idea of outsourcing something. And they started with the recommendation, maybe I look at outsourcing your investments. And I like what you said, Chuck. You have an approach in your practice of, we want to be passive, efficient frontier, all of that. That's great. That gives great clarity on what I'm willing to look at and what I'm not. And I think that's what we all have to do, is take the things, the core values that we have, but then really ask ourselves, where are we delivering the most value? And for some, it's going to be, hey, I want to manage investments because I think that's where I deliver the value. That wasn't my case. I thought it was on the planning side, and I needed to free more time for the planning. And so I had to kind of find the right TAMP that was a really good fit for me.
Right. So that really is the decision tree, right? So first of all, do you want to outsource your asset management? Do you want to have a TAMP? I think for both of us, it's a resounding yes. And then, that's just the first point. Then the decision tree has a lot more branches after that, meaning what type of TAMP do you want to get into? So we'll touch upon all of that during tomorrow's webcast. So Derieck Hodges, thanks a lot for joining us for this little teaser for what's going to be coming in a much bigger way tomorrow.
Thanks a lot for having me.
You bet. Okay. And on behalf of Investment News and goRIA, I'm Chuck Vela. And still time to register. Just go to investmentnews.com. There's the event section, and you'll see that the TAMP webcast, where you'll see myself, Derieck, and we have a handful of really great thought leaders in this space. We'll be talking about, should you use a TAMP? And if so, how do you go about picking the best one for you in your shop? So hopefully you'll join us tomorrow for that. And I'll certainly be back this time next week, Wednesday at 3 p.m. Eastern time, for our next live stream. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you soon. Take care.